Leadership is an elaborate and somewhat complicated concept, a concept that many people believe they understand, but really only have an understanding of the surface level of what leadership is. Upon closer observation and analysis, it becomes obvious that there are more facets to leadership than just about anything in the world. There's different angles that are applicable to people of all different kinds, and each person has a different type of leadership that's necessary for them to achieve their greatest potential. With each step I take, I come to now learn that leadership is not something in the future once I'm in a workforce or once I'm trying to become a manager. It applies to me each and every day in the interactions I have with classmates, teammates, and people just on the street. Leadership affects every facet of our lives and is very important to understand. I, James Kretkowski, have over the last 5 weeks studied leadership extensively through the course Leadership 100 at the University of Delaware, and through my study I've come to see what leadership really is and how it applies to me as a leader myself in my life currently and going into the future. It is an exciting prospect to see where leadership currently takes hold in my life and how I see it applying to me as a human being as a current. I find myself finding an analogy for leadership in my life, which, ironically enough, is a German Shepherd. I compare myself to a German Shepherd not because I look like a dog or act like a dog necessarily, but for several qualities that most German Shepherds are typically associated with. First of which is being very authoritative. When it comes to being a leader, you need to be able to go out, say what you think, and be able to hold your ground. It's important to be able to direct those around you, but be firm in any decisions that are made. German Shepherds certainly are known for their bold and aggressive personalities at times, that could even be considered frightening. However, German Shepherds are also known for being approachable and lovable and fun-loving dogs when in the proper situation. As a leader, you need to be approachable and able to have your workers or fellow managers or leaders around you come and have conversation with you and to be able to express ideas and thoughts. German Shepherds certainly show those qualities as well. German Shepherds are also known for being go-getters, whether they're in a canine unit or being used for performances or shows. German Shepherds are dogs that are known for being able to go out there and accomplishing goals and going after whatever it is that they need to go after. As a leader, you need to be able to set standards for your employees and your fellow leaders and set goals in which you wish to attain and be able to be the forefront runner in going and achieving those goals and going after whatever it is you need your company or your workforce or whatever it may be to go after. Another quality of the German Shepherd is being strong and being a standard, an example almost, you could say. You look at a dog like a German Shepherd, and that is typically the archetype of what a powerful, strong, exemplary dog would look like. And just like that, a manager needs to be able to, or a leader needs to be able to rather, be exemplary and standard setting for all those around him or her. The manager or the leader needs to be able to show everyone what is expected on a regular basis in and out of the office, in and out of the workplace, whatever it may be. German Shepherds encapsulate that quality along with all the others previously stated. They just are a great example of what I see myself as when it comes to my leadership ability and potential. Those qualities are ones I believe I possess, in addition to being ones that I feel are necessary for an effective leader to effectively lead. And so, I feel like it is a rather effective analogy. However, there is necessary backing to these statements made of my analogy. Through my self-reflections through the course of LEAD100, I've come to validate these beliefs in what I am and what a leader needs to be. In the self-reflection part of Chapter 5, I found that I was able to truly learn what it meant to understand differing views as I looked into what my perceptual barriers were and what I felt helped maintain those barriers in my life as a leader and as a follower. And through the reflection on that, I came to understand that everyone has different barriers which impact their perspective. And as such, by talking through ideas and explaining differences of ideas, we can all aid each other through our conversations. I link that to the understanding of the approachable aspect of the German Shepherd. Being able to have an open door like policy amongst those around a leader allow for more change and more growth amongst both the leader him or herself and amongst the workforce as well. And I believe that through my self-reflection, I certainly attain the ability to have this quality. Furthermore, in the self-reflection section of Chapter 7, through the multiple questions and scaled answers necessary for looking in and out, I came to understand the power of the words of a leader. The scores I collected through the self-reflection exercise allowed me to understand that the power of words I use effectively impact the overall feeling of the ideas and points I try to get across with those I converse with. This goes hand in hand with the concept of being authoritative and strong that I previously paired with the German Shepherd. The choice of those words and the way in which they're delivered affect the ability of me to be authoritative in an effective manner, and also influence the perception of my strength as a leader. And I believe that through this exercise I proved I also have these abilities. Furthermore, the self-reflection exercise in Chapter 8 further clarified the concept of leader setting the standard. In the exercise, the questions asked within it all reflected the concept that everything a leader says, does, and even the way he or she dresses all impact those around him or her. The standard that he or she sets is constantly being evaluated by all those around him or her, whether at the same level of hierarchy within the workplace or not. It is constantly being evaluated and taken in, just as German Shepherds appeal to those within show business and to those that are purchasing them even, is very much always being impacted in the appeal and the look and the strength and the standard that the German Shepherd sets amongst other dogs. While there are many effective ways to lead, there are several key points which, through my study of leadership, have really come to light to me as three of the most important. First of which is inspiring a shared vision amongst other leaders and workers. As a leader, you need to have everybody envisioning the same future of the group or the company or whatever it may be. And then everybody needs to be able to have this common vision and have it appeal to what they are doing, what their values are, what their interests are, what their role in the overall machine is. In order to have everyone on the same page, everyone needs to have the same goals. Another major practice in effective leadership is enabling others to act. The people around a leader can't feel as though they are lesser or as though they are unimportant or just a cog. Everyone needs to feel as though they matter, as though they have leadership potential, as though they can contribute in a meaningful way on a daily basis. Everyone has to feel as though they are able to collaborate and build towards that goal previously stated, and that they are part of a team that is strengthened by having them. And one of the most important, if not the most important, role of a leader and in being an effective leader is modeling the way. A leader needs to be the standard, as previously stated over and over. They need to encourage those around them by showing them that they're not in it alone, that the leader, him or herself, is the one that's taking the charge and that is going to have small wins day by day that, just like the people around him or her, are going to matter and are going to continue to progress towards that ultimate goal. Great leaders need to serve as the example. They need to be the head of the snake. They need to be the first part that takes everything else along with them. There are many important parts in being an effective leader, but those are three of the most important and effective. All these thoughts and ideas compiled together are what I have concluded is effective leadership. Through my self-analysis, I have come to finally understand this. Leadership is so massively important to the effectiveness of any group or individual, and yet there's so much to it that people truly don't understand. So I, now James Kretkowski, with this grasp of leadership can now take these effective methods and these qualities, whether present in a German Shepherd or within the CEO of a major corporation, and will go ahead now and continue to stress what being an effective leader truly is.